had to catch you up on that. I was
Man,
like, oh,
Lord, oh my
no.
goodness gracious.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, it's because it's Unleashed.
No. I'm gonna make time one of these days. I've just been so busy, just moving around.
Tickles me pink.
We're gonna have a more legit intro soon. I don't know how soon.
Season 2.
Maybe. It's looking like it. It's looking like it.
Welcome back to Cousins Unleashed. I'm Tia.
I'm Toya.
And today we are talking about trust. I texted her. I was like, hey, this week's topic is trust. She said, ooh, okay, LOL. Because a lot could go with that. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't even know where to begin because the different types of relationships that people have throughout life, the type of trust that you extend in each single one of them is different. Okay, first, let's talk about an easy one. Friendship trust.
Hard to come by.
Exactly.
Trust period is hard to come by.
Overall, especially in this generation, the society that we live in, everybody's so quick to want to be fake that you can't really trust what's
too
real.
Money driven, too spotlight driven, social media platform.
Me. All about myself.
Right.
My glow up, my time, my season.
No.
My this, my that. Lord have mercy. Okay, well, I mean, okay. I know I have had a really hard time developing like trust in friendships because I had a lot of, one major friendship that it was like just an emotional roller coaster. It was just the most toxic relationship, but it was a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I was just like, I'm not going to keep doing this. No. And especially because like the last time that they like, I misplaced my trust in them, it was like about my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing happened to her. I was just asking for like a babysitter and stuff like that. But still, like I wasn't able to trust her, and so I was like, why? And I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. I'm done. And then, but that entire friendship really changed my perspective on how friendships are supposed to be. So essentially, I never had a blueprint on what a healthy friendship was supposed to be. Because a lot of the times I have friends that would like want to take advantage of me. Not necessarily take advantage of me, but like only want to be friends with you for a reason that would be beneficial to them instead of just genuine friendship.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah. I know you have a story.
Girl.
She's like, which one?
No, for real.
Well, how did you... Because there's a grief that comes with it, because you know you're going to have to lose this friend. Because you
one
can't...
of the friends I've already lost,
I
will say. It was a 16-year friendship. We was cool. That was really like my best friend. You feel me? Like, so time go by, everything is cool, but it's just like during that time, I have such a good heart. I've seen the red flags. You know, I've seen, okay, she's doing this but not doing that, and it's this and that. Okay, I see where she's taking advantage of me a little bit, but that's my best friend. I'm going to help.
Right.
You know, it got to the point where I knew not to do it, but I did it. I invited her whole family to come stay with me. 3 kids, husband, all the 9. It went left. I seen the signs of the pills, being back on the pill addiction, all of that. Took advantage of me, for sure. It made it seem like she was always broke. Like, I have a 3-bedroom house. All I did was charge her. I think I told her 300 or 400. I believe 300. You got a 5-family household. There's only me and my 2 kids. 300 is decent. You feel me? That's a lot of other people for that probably be 800. You feel me? 300,
At that point,
nothing, because you're my best friend. I'm still helping you. And at the time, I was a manager somewhere. I even hired you, so you're working with me at that. You know, and everything just went. It just went backwards. Girl, I had to do the whole 30-day eviction, all of that. Almost led to a fight. It was crazy. So it's like, yeah. After that, it was just like it's no coming back. I understand probably the drugs took over in a way, but in a way, you know what you was doing, drugs or not, you know. And you took advantage of the situation because the whole 3 to 4 months you was staying with me, you didn't pay anything, but you was my friend. But I started seeing the changes a little bit more, and you was just like, it gotta give. I gotta cut it off.
Eventually, you get tired.
You're not right. You know, you're not about to just stay here and just no. You gotta go.
At some point, the friendship doesn't.
Yeah, it broke me. I'm not gonna lie, it broke me. Like it's that long of a friendship. I've done everything for you. When your husband wasn't doing that, this or that, I was doing it. I was helping providing for your cigarette habit, and I don't smoke at all. I don't got no habits. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. But I'm paying for cigarettes. Newports at that. Newports ain't cheap. You feel me? So I've always been there, help with groceries every blue moon if need be or something, because she didn't have a job at the moment. Husband did, but the husband was like kind of the controlling. Like, I'm not about to just give you money, get it, stuff like that. I'm your best friend. I got you. I was basically her man. You know, I got you. I'm gonna buy this. I get that. Da-da-da-da. Yeah.
What did you learn from that? About yourself, not about her. You learned a lot about her. You knew a lot already.
I say my patience. I've definitely learned my patience. Like,
how much patience you have. What about going forward with friendships?
Oh, girl.
She's like, you get a stone cold wall.
It's a struggle because it's just like, I know a lot of people do got good intent, but then again, it's just like, I don't know you, girl. I don't know you, dude. Whoever you might be. I don't know you like that.
That's the sucky part.
That's the
sucky part.
You know, it's kind of like that.
To work on that trust.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, and literally, and that's unfortunate. It's
not fair to everybody.
That's not fair to you either,
right? But it's just like, I just gotta feel like I'm guarded, you know, because I know how big of a heart I got. I know how much I'm willing to give, and ain't nobody gonna take advantage of me again, you know. Like, I do what I do for the greatness of my heart, and don't take it as if, oh, I got it like that. That's why she's doing it like this. No, it's just me, you know. Yeah.
Like, I'll give you my last, but stop continuously asking for my last. Like,
for real. Like, all honesty, I only have 3 legit friends right now. My best friend Brandon, my sister Bretta, and my brother Floyd. Other than that,
everybody else is secondary.
Yeah, I just acquaintance friends, you know, like, but those is family. Those 3 is family friends.
I get that.
You know,
I get that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it has to be like that, though. Sometimes you gotta be guard, unfortunately. But and then therapy, because then like practicing empathy and stuff like that. Then you're just like, I don't even have the capacity to keep being mad at you for what you did to me. Now I just feel bad for you because that's how you're moving through life. And you're just burning bridges left and right, and you don't realize the damage that you're doing to people. And now all of these people have to go and like be healing themselves and practicing forgiving you when you can't even like stop for like 2 seconds and be like, oh, this is what I've been doing to people for so long. And then you don't feel bad for it. It's not, I'm not asking you to feel like shameful or guilty, but like feel some type of like empathy or sympathy, not just apathy, about what you do to people. I'm just like, if people only understood how their actions have like a ripple effect to everyone that they...
Because people don't see that. A lot of people really don't see that. They just move.
Yeah, they just move. Like, I can't even say a bull in a china shop because I watch Mythbusters, and they actually put a bull in a china shop, and that bull was actually pretty delicate. Like, he moved with grace.
I'm done.
But like they kind of just move through some. A more accurate description would be someone walking down the strip on New Year's Eve.
Hold on.
Just bumping into everybody.
No, bro.
You don't care who you hit. That's a better description of how those types of people move. Is that they just go and they do what pleases them, and then whatever happens,
no
happens.
care in the world. That's basically what it is. No care in the world.
And yeah, I was telling my friend the other day, I was like, I just feel bad for those types of people.
No, for real, because you really mess up a good thing with friends, family, anybody. Like, you really don't know your true blessing because you're just
girl. And I'm like, any other person would be grateful to have these opportunities. Literally anybody, any other person would be grateful to have these opportunities. And you don't care.
At all.
At all whatsoever. Just
yeah.
Goodness gracious. But we're talking about trust. Look, it takes a lot of trust in order to be in, a business relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you start messing with people's money.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. That's all I got.
I can go left field so fast.
Goodness gracious.
So fast.
Goodness gracious. So, I mean, in my business, I have to have a lot of trust from my clients. I do massage. You're going to be butt naked on my table.
Mm-hmm.
You're in your house. But it's still a level of trust that, first of all, you got to trust me to come to your house and not to rob you.
No, for real. So there's some type of trust.
They gotta have a lot of trust. And that's something that I try to make sure that I establish really early on, especially with, obviously everybody's a new client at one point, but especially with new clients is like, I have to establish like a level of trust really early on so that they know that they can trust me in their home, basically. And that's also just a plus. It's a plus, and it makes it a little bit easier when I have clients that are like referred from other clients.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it a lot easier to establish that because they're like, oh, my friend has had you, they've worked with you and all of that stuff, and I heard good things. And then that makes it a lot easier. But having to establish a level of trust means that like I have to make sure that I'm professional at all times. Like other than obviously like the clients that you start getting used to and all of that stuff. She laughing because she know I've been talking a whole bunch of smack with the client.
I'm breaking out of my show now. You invited this out of me. Man.
but I have to like establish that kind of like openness and vulnerability and all of that stuff. And it's not always easy to have people that like, oh, they just want to talk about anything while they're in an uncomfortable situation, butt naked on the table with somebody. I tell my clients, I'm like, you ready for me to legally rub oil all over your naked body? They're like, what? And I'm like, that's what massage is. But I was doing that in school, and I was like, you're only okay with it because I see I'm trying to get licensed for it.
Right. Other than that, you'd be like, what?
They'll be like, excuse me? What did you just say to me? But having to establish that level of trust, definitely. I think also just having my massage page just be kind of just open and honest and all of that stuff helps as well. But it also means that I have to always be like very professional, and with that and the licensing and all of that stuff, because a lot of questions, crazy questions. Just, oh, what if I do this? Can I do this? And what, have you heard of this? And have you like, yeah, I get a lot of people just randomly asking me, hey, what do you think about this? Hey, like I had a client the other day like ask me what my thoughts were about like this neck strengthening like exercise thing, and then So I'm like, I have a whole bunch of clients always doing that. So I'm like, they have to know that they can trust my opinion. They have to know that they can trust like the information that I have. So I always have to stay always up to date,
Right.
informing myself about what the heck is going on. I read a lot already. And so then to have to read that as well, it's not terrible. I love what I do. It's just a lot of reading. And my eyes hurt sometimes.
I bet.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But I'm like, but having establishing business trust is very, very essential. It is essential. It's essential, but then it's also so effective. And it makes things so much easier.
Definitely.
It makes it so much easier, especially when you have like a good relationship with somebody and then they recommend you to somebody else that is like, that's networking. But but having that like network of people like that are supporting you and stuff like that, and like building that kind of trust within like your business relationships makes you feel all adult like. Like I'm doing big girl stuff.
I feel accomplished. Okay.
That's how I felt when I drove up to Oakland for the concert like earlier this year, because I drove by myself.
Oh, you did?
8 hours.
Oh, God.
I was like, I was
You must have
so
left real
nervous.
early.
I was so nervous. Yeah, I left early at like 4:30 in the morning. I got there around like 1:15.
That's decent, man. I know you was tired.
I was so actually I was like exhilarated.
Yeah, you was about to say it the first time.
I was so like amped up because I was so nervous, but I had to trust myself. I was like, literally, I was remember having a conversation with my therapist. I was like, I'm so scared of going. I'm like, I almost don't want to go.
It was like your first time driving that far? Like
it was my first time driving that far. It was my first time on a road trip by myself. It was my first time driving that far by myself. It was my first time to Oakland by myself. Actually, that was my first time to Oakland ever.
Right.
Which is crazy because I grew up in Stockton. We were a hop, skip, and jump away. Like, no, but and then like that was the first time I ever left the state by myself. That was the first time I ever did something that big by myself. And so I told my therapist, I was like, I'm really scared of doing this. He was like, why? I was like, what if I get kidnapped? What if somebody tries to kidnap me and kill me and stuff like that? Like, things like that happen. What if they break into my hotel room? I bought that little lock thing that goes on the door. Yeah.
Oh, that little, it's like small and you put it in.
Yeah, and then yep. I bought that, and then the little door stop with the girl.
The alarm.
I bought all of that stuff. I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there driving. I kid you not though, like as I'm driving, I feel like this like tugging sensation like in my heart, and I'm like on my back. And the more and more I drive, the farther and farther I get away from Nevada. And I was probably like close to around like Prim when finally I felt to like let go. And I was like, ah. And I was like, oh, I'm not in Las Vegas anymore. I'm doing this by myself.
Right.
And literally at that time, I was like, I bought the ticket, but I didn't know how I was going to have the money to like actually pay for like a hotel room and gas and food. Girl, by the time the trip came up, like I already knew that I had money for the hotel room. I already paid for that. And I needed to get gas. And I was like, you know what? This is about to be a fasting trip.
I'm dead.
But I kid you not, though, like I fasted on that trip. And it was actually really great because it was only 3 days. And so, like, when I finally started driving and stuff, I'm sitting there like, oh, this is what freedom feels like. Like, I am on the road. I am driving. I'm going at least 5 over the speed limit, not doing illegal stuff, but I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm literally drove from like Southern Nevada to Northern California, almost damn near the top of California all by myself. And I was like, this is awesome. I seen cows.
This is nice.
I've seen not all of California, but I've seen all of the stuff that like took me back to like what I really loved about California, like all of the farmland and all of like the open sky, and I've seen the sunrise, I seen the sunset while I was driving. I was like,
oh,
so pretty. Oh my god. And then I got me a hotel room with a king size bed. No baby.
Oh, nice.
I sprawled out on that
Let me tell you about it. It was nice.
I freaking did a Patrick Star like on the bed, and I was like, my fingers and my toes don't reach the edge of the bed. This is great.
Did you roll?
Great. This is great. I was like, this is so amazing. I fell asleep like this.
Did you roll?
No.
I would roll. You know, I'm a big kid. I'm rolling.
But I had to really like trust myself. Like I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. People do this all the time. Like, why am I so scared? But I did it, and I'm like, and I do it again.
Period.
And I do it again. Sons of dick. Like I'll do it.
The best thing is to do things on your own.
That's how you build trust for yourself.
Exactly.
Because being in a lot of different romantic, business, friendship, family, like, and when you start seeing those relationships like deteriorate due to lack of growth and progress, you start to lose a lot of trust in yourself of if you really knew that person, if you really trust yourself to see red flags and stuff like that. Because, like, shoot, eventually red flags start getting real pink and then they start getting white. And then you just start giving up. Because you're like, I'll just take that and I'll just wave at my damn self because I'm just done. I can't keep doing this.
No, for real.
Eventually, over time, red flags start losing their color. And then you start really feeling like if you can't actually trust yourself. And that's the second part of having to learn how to trust yourself, and that comes with like stumbling and tumbling before you actually like, okay, I remember last time this happened because of this, and then I'm analyzing what is my role in it too. It's like, okay, I know that for a fact I'm not going to do this again. I know for a fact that I might do that again, but I need to look at what kind of person that I do that specific thing for, because last time this type of person. And it's like a whole, you got to rewire your brain. You got to unplug some stuff and like plug it back in, and maybe that sparked a little bit. You got to unplug it and plug it into like a, it's like a,
not the
it reminded me of when the telephones first started coming out and they had the operators.
Oh, you had to unplug it to get on the computer.
No, like the old when the telephones first started coming out and they had those operators that like will unplug one and plug you into another one to make a phone call.
I'm done.
That's essentially what rewiring your brain to trust yourself feels like to me. It's like, oh, okay, these synapses are firing together. They need to stop. And then I'm going to unplug and I'm going to plug it into this other synapse. But, oh, wait, that's not working either. So I need to unplug it and plug it into this one. Okay, that seems to be working. And now we have clear communication. Boom! Ooh! I'm sorry.
This is what I do with that. It's my cousin, though. It's my cousin, though. I love her.
We're gonna cut this.
She said yes. Them was bars. Okay? It was bars. I'm dead. That's funny.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes. On the topic of trust.
I hope you guys got something out of it. Have a good day. Bye.